If you're over 60, the biggest threats to a peaceful, happy life usually aren't the dramatic things. It's the small, everyday mistakes that quietly chip away at your energy, your confidence, and your independence until one day life feels harder than it needs to. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 7 foolish mistakes many older adults make without realizing it, and the simple fixes that can help you feel steadier, calmer, and more in control on the way to 80. And stay with me, because near the end, I'll share the one-page folder trick that turned a stressful caregiver situation into a smooth, respectful plan. If you want calm, practical tips for older adults and caregivers, subscribe to Eldervia for calm, practical tips for older adults and caregivers. Quick safety note: these ideas can support good care, but they don't replace checkups, diagnosis, or treatment from your clinician. Mistake number 1 is treating small health changes like normal aging and not mentioning them. What this looks like is brushing off new fatigue, dizziness, mood changes, hearing trouble, or a medication side effect because you don't want to make a fuss. Why it matters is simple. Many conditions are easier to improve when caught early, and small issues can affect balance, sleep, and memory. How to fix it is practical. Keep a tiny notes list on your phone or a notepad on the kitchen counter. Write down what changed and when. Bring it to appointments and use one clear sentence like, "This is new for me, and it's affecting my day." If you care for someone, ask once a week, "Anything new you haven't told the doctor yet?" Mistake number 2 is letting strength and balance fade. Because walking feels good enough. Walking is great, but it doesn't fully protect you from falls or make daily life easier, like carrying groceries, getting up from a low chair, or stepping off a curb. The plain English evidence is that stronger legs and better balance are strongly linked with fewer falls and more independence in many studies. The how is straightforward. Aim for 2 or 3 short strength sessions a week using body weight moves like sit-to stands from a sturdy chair, wall push-ups, and gentle step-ups on the bottom stair while holding the rail. Add one balance practice daily, like standing on one foot near the counter for 10 to 20 seconds per side, or heel to toe walking down the hallway. Mistake number 3 is eating for convenience too often, especially skipping protein and fiber earlier in the day. The what is living on toast, cereal, crackers, or sweets because it's easy, then wondering why energy crashes, constipation shows up, or blood sugar feels harder to manage. Why it matters is that protein helps maintain muscle as we age, and fiber supports digestion and heart health. How to fix it without becoming a chef. Add one protein at breakfast, like eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a peanut butter toast paired with a glass of milk. Add one fiber helper daily, like beans, oats, berries, or a handful of nuts. If chewing is hard, think softer options: oatmeal, yogurt, tuna salad, soups, and smoothies. Mistake number 4 is taking medications casually, mixing, missing, doubling, or adding over-the-counter pills without a clear system. This one is common, and it can cause dizziness, stomach issues, sleep problems, or confusion in some people, especially when prescriptions, pain relievers, cold medicine, and supplements all meet in the same cabinet. A simple evidence line: medication mix-ups are a leading reason older adults end up in urgent care or the ER. The how: use one weekly pill organizer, keep one current medication list in your wallet, and do a brown bag review with your pharmacist or clinician by bringing everything you take, even vitamins and herbal products. And keep watching, because in a moment I'll share the caregiver folder trick that makes this safer and less stressful for everyone. Mistake number 5 is shrinking your world because it feels easier. The what is turning down invitations, avoiding driving, or staying home until I feel better, and then weeks pass. Why it matters is that isolation can increase stress and worsen sleep and mood, while regular connection supports brain health and resilience. The how doesn't need to be big. Schedule 2 small connections a week, 1 phone call and 1 in-person touch point, like a senior center lunch, a library group, faith community, or a short walk with a neighbor. If you're a caregiver, set a no-cancel social appointment for your loved one that's simple, predictable, and close to home. Mistake number 6 is accepting poor sleep as your new normal and then trying to power through with naps, caffeine, or late-night screens. The what is dozing in the afternoon, scrolling with bright light at 11 p.m., then waking up at 3 a.m. and worrying. Why it matters. Sleep affects pain, sensitivity, balance, memory, and even appetite hormones. How to fix it gently. Set a consistent wake-up time. Keep naps short and early if you need them. Dim screens and lights an hour before bed, and create a wind-down routine you can repeat. Try warm shower, comfy clothes, a glass of water by the bed, and a short audiobook with the screen off. Also, make the room safer and calmer. Night lights in the hallway, clear walkways, and your glasses within reach. Mistake number 7 is avoiding the life paperwork because it feels uncomfortable, then leaving your family to guess. The what is not writing down your wishes, not naming a healthcare proxy, not organizing insurance cards, and not having a simple plan for emergencies. Why it matters is peace of mind. When plans are clear, families argue less, care decisions go smoother, and the older adult stays in control. How to fix it. Choose 1 hour this month to gather basics: ID, insurance info, clinician contacts, medication list, and a short page with allergies and emergency numbers. Then have 1 calm conversation. Here's what matters to me if I'm sick, and here's who can speak for me. This isn't about being negative. It's about being kind to your future self. Let me tell you about Frank and his daughter Lisa. Frank was 67, proud, independent, and tired of being treated like he couldn't handle his own life. Lisa wasn't trying to control him. She was scared after he got dizzy in the grocery store and couldn't remember which pill he'd taken. They argued, then went quiet, then avoided the topic. What changed everything wasn't a big lecture. It was a small system they built together. And that's the 1-page folder trick I promised. Here's the routine you can start tonight, step by step, without buying anything fancy. First, set out a notepad and write down 2 new or bothering symptoms, even if they feel minor, and 1 question you want to ask at your next appointment. Next, do 5 sit-to-stands from a sturdy chair, slowly, using your hands only if you need them. Then drink a full glass of water and place another glass where you'll see it in the morning. After that, set your phone to dim at night mode and lower the brightness. Finally, take 2 minutes to create your 1-page folder. Write your full name, date of birth, emergency contact, current medications, allergies, and your main clinic's phone number. Put it in a kitchen drawer or a clear folder where a caregiver could find it fast. If budget is tight, you can still make most of this work. Frozen vegetables are often cheaper than fresh and just as useful. Store-brand oatmeal, beans, eggs, canned tuna, and peanut butter are solid basics. For strength work, you don't need a gym. Use a sturdy chair, a wall, and a couple of canned goods as light weights. If you want one purchase, an inexpensive resistance band from a big box store can go a long way. Community centers, YMCAs, and local senior programs sometimes offer low-cost classes, balance training, or caregiver support groups. A few small habits can boost results fast. Keep a nightlight in the bathroom path to reduce stumbles. Wear supportive shoes inside if your floors are slick. Put a water bottle where you usually sit. If you take meds, link them to a daily anchor, like breakfast and brushing teeth, not whenever I remember. And if stress runs high, try a simple breathing reset. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6, 5 times. It can settle the body enough to make better choices. One important red flag note: seek urgent care or emergency help right away for symptoms like chest pressure, sudden shortness of breath, sudden weakness on one side, trouble speaking, fainting, a serious fall with head injury, new severe confusion, or an allergic reaction like swelling of the face or trouble breathing. And if a caregiver notices a sudden, major change from someone's usual behavior or alertness, it's worth getting help quickly. So, if you want a more peaceful path to 80, think of it this way. Don't ignore small changes. Don't let strength slip. Don't fuel your day with convenience alone. Don't treat medications like an afterthought. Don't let your world shrink. Don't surrender your sleep, and don't leave your wishes unspoken. Frank and Lisa didn't fix everything in a week, but they stopped fighting the same battles. With a simple folder, a clearer routine, and a few honest conversations, Frank stayed in charge of his life, and Lisa finally got to be his daughter again, not his detective. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these mistakes feels most familiar in your life right now? Share your answer in the comments. And if you know a family member who's quietly struggling, share this video with them so you can talk about it together. And subscribe to Eldervia for calm, practical tips for older adults and caregivers. Educational only, not medical advice. Please speak with your clinician about your specific situation